Welcome to Sibya I.T with Kuya JT, Episode 19, September 29, 2020. Welcome. Salamat sa pag-iuban ka na ako. O pag-ready na mo sa inyong mga messages, mga shoutouts, posted sa atong YouTube channel. So, kaabot na rin episode 19. Okay, so set up na to itong chat. Alright, so ready na ta sa inyong mga chat mga kaibigan. Again, please forward ngadto mo sa YouTube tanaw, unsubscribe to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm sure daghan ninyo nga interesado mga kaibigan sa mga latest news sa technology, and wa pa tayo mga kuan kayo, wa pa tayo mga stingers, mga kuan, pero later on magkuan na yata. Magbutan na ito ng mga stingers na to. Okay. So, narita sa atong news mga kaibigan, technology news. Grabe yung technology news eh. Windows. Sa atong technology news magkaigsunan, usa ka finance manager, former finance manager sa Amazon, ug ang iyang pamilya charged with insider trading sa stock market sa magkaigsunan. Unya, sa laing bahin, ang Microsoft 365 services are coming back after a major outage. Mo nang di ko ganahan ng cloud-based services. Kaya maputol imong cloud connection sa inyong balay, inyong mga fiber connection maputol, di ka katrabaho kay imong files to sa cloud, you have no access. So mas may ginang local imong files. Ang judge in an Apple in the Apple Fortnite case slams Epic's tactics and hints at the July trial date, July next year. O ang lain pod nga judge, ang judge may rule, nag-rule karon ang TikTok can avoid a ban in the US for now. Okay. O ang shares sa China's biggest chip maker, that means integrated circuits, may hagba ang iyang shares after reports that it could lose its access to US technology. Sa laing bahin, si Elon Musk may criticize sa OpenAI, Open Artificial Intelligence, iyang exclusively gi-license ang GPT-3, paano siya, artificial intelligence nga software, GPT-3, exclusively licensed to Microsoft. No, dili na open kay license to Microsoft. No? Trump is stealing China's playbook to deal with TikTok. So kana ko ng style ni Trump nga iyang kanon nga iyang panghandlok-handlok gikan kuno sa China ay nga technique kopya ang Trump. Na bagong game karon, Among Us. It's a murder mystery set in space. It's now the latest multi-million dollar craze in video games. Para ginako and I have said this many times for over almost 20 years already. And I wrote an article about this, a software strategy for the Philippines. Nga, kanang video games, Filipinos, we should be able to do that. Nga naman, it doesn't require a lot of money. It requires a lot of intellectual capital and time capital. And how Jack Ma built China's monetary money supermarkets into a $200 billion company. Sideline na to ni Jack Ma, kanang Ant Financial Group. O ang Amazon nag-launch sa iyang kagalingong gaming service. Can it stand? Okay. What's in the iPhone 12? Wall Street analysts give us their predictions sa iPhone 12. Si David Attenborough, din is Richard Attenborough, David Attenborough joined Instagram 4 hours later. He had 1 million followers. Kuyawan. 4 hours later, na kay 1 million followers. South Africa has the world's worst youth unemployment. Daghang unemployed sa South Africa. This job matching site wants to change that. So, hopefully, mura na siya jobs DB. This redesigned Echo and everything else Amazon announced today. Amazon na ka mga products. Remember ka na si Jeff Bezos? So, makumlaw din murag chemistry siguro to, mathematics. Weeks before election, Facebook shuts down alleged Russian military intelligence operation. Facebook. So, kung ba 30 gitangtang ang iyang mga supporters sa Facebook, mga inauthentic. A controversial photo editing app slammed for AI-enabled blackface feature. So, pwede ka ma-nigra imong naong, manigro imong naong, or ma-black American or some black, American black person. Blackface feature. Ang Facebook's oversight board, nagbuhat sila oversight board, will start reviewing controversial content before the US election. Samtanoy, can they monitor it manually? Google updates its Google Maps to show how bad COVID is in your area. Sa US na. Facebook and YouTube accept hate speech audits to keep advertisers happy. And Huawei says survival is the goal as the US crackdown hammers its business. Lisod ba mag-US crackdown ka kay everything is connected to the US, man. So ang imong mga suppliers di na sad mo panghilabot nimo kay ma-affected sila. Facebook allowed hundreds of misleading super PAC ads. Activist group finds. Ang super PAC man political action committees or lobbyists na sila sa US. Facebook has more users in India than anywhere else. Stako pa ka sa US ha. Is now dealing with a hate speech crisis. Corsair sinks in IPO, but stay at home could be good for the do-it-yourself gaming company. Katong Corsair, remember, as I mentioned to you, ang akong power supply is made by Corsair. Okay, so atong tanaw na to atong chat room. Asa na mo sa chat room? Okay. Chat fresh transition. Okay, ngano man ka mo change, ngano ka mo refresh. Ano na. Okay, gikan si Mercy Alivio. Good afternoon, Kuya JT. Si Librado Payusan. Good afternoon, JT. Manukan ni Janet sa namina po na ron. Si Mercy Alivio, kumusta ang weather sa Cebu? Kay nagsikig uwan diri sa Hong Kong. Actually, sa Hong Kong karon ang weather sa Hong Kong karon, nag-uwan na, uwan nun ha. Okay. Mercy o Dory Kai, please move to YouTube. Okay, natuto sa YouTube, mag-broadcast. Unya kanang post your message sa comment sa YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kaya ba kung nag-subscribe mo sa Facebook, and also at the same time subscribe sa YouTube channel. Okay. Na naman niya itong mga kuwan. Okay. So, kuwan na ta. Huwag si Jennifer Ricarte, please move to, everybody please move to YouTube. Okay. Alright, so I hope you will move to YouTube now. Subscribe mo dito sa YouTube and post your message sa YouTube. Okay, dili sa Facebook. So, okay. Balik ta. Then sorry, ano man eh. Okay. Sa ni-mute akong kuwan na. Mute akong cellphone kay yung text na to makuha. Mag-sound. Okay. Saan na doon? Asa data? Ito mga news. Ang Microsoft Outlook and Office 365, Microsoft Teams, and other services are back for most users following an outage. And Google Meet's noise cancellation software is rolling out on iOS and Android. So, ang B&O, Buff and Olufsen, na sila'y Bio Remote Halo is the $900 ring your $40,000 speakers hopefully haven't been waiting for. $40,000 speaker. Kuya P. Ang kanang $1,000, 50,000 pesos na guna. So, you can now lower your AT&T bill with a mix and match wireless plans. Kuya, wala sa US, no? Hyperjuice's new stackable gallium nitride charger supports up to 1,600 watts and 48 USB-C ports. Karbihan sa daan eh. By the way, magkaingsanan magkuhan kong unboxing. Nag-try na ko ay nag-set up ko sis akong kuhan lugar o ganang unboxing. Nag-video ko. Sus! Nahurot ang akong sinagag usa ka file ako pila ka gigabytes nga 5 minutes nga file kay na high resolution man gamit ang cellphone. Ako na siya itong i-lower siguro to 1K. Dili na to 4K. Ransomware reportedly to blame for outage at the US hospital chain. Onya Google says Android 12 will make using third-party app stores easier. And the Home Depot is selling a new Google Chromecast that hasn't been announced. Diretso lang gawa sa Chromecast. The Home Depot ka na. Mura na siyang Ace Hardware or tidaan. Gets a year of PlayStation Plus for half off before the PS5 comes out. So, yan eh. Palit na kag PlayStation Plus. O pagani ang PS5 gawas, ang accessories na may isa nilang technique na. Para ba na ako ba nga, ning abot na nga akong China, nga akong case, akong cellphone. Wa pa mabot ang cellphone. Niabot na ang case. Lipayan ako niabot ang case eh. Because I was expecting the case to arrive 1 month late kay nag-overbreak ko sometime in June, ningabot og 6 weeks yun or 2 months. June ya, July, end of July na dawat na ko mga orders. So nagtanggam na ko ng Lazada o Shopee. Pero karon ni sayo na sada. The original Farmville on Facebook is shutting down at the end of the year. So wala. Ang taste sa tao sa mga games, na Farmville, diba? Mo matang mabuang na. Karon i-shut down na nila end of the year. So kanang Fortnite, mag-invento na ta game, kita mag-invento ta game lagi. Na ba game Aswang? Ang title sa mong game, Aswang. The Filipino game. Ang Dell nag-announce og bagong laptop XPS 13 and XPS 13 2-in-1 with Tiger Lake CPU processors. Tiger Lake Intel na nga mga models. Sa laing bahin, ang Apple AirPlay heads to Roku 4K streamers and TVs with free software updates. Apple AirPlay, Apple TV. Now, Roku 4K. Kining gaming, naka-drive ni sa technology karon di sa technology diri technology diri sa Pilipinas. Sa Pilipinas, worldwide ang technology. Sa una, ang naka-drive sa computer technology is number 1 good pornography. Number 2 is pornography. Number 2 is gambling, online gambling. 3 is karon gaming na. Now, these are the drivers of technology. Nga naman, ang pornography, grabe kasi sila mo kuan og kanang mga privacy features, security features, nga dili mahack ang ilang mga pornographic library. So, kanang gamit sa credit card, sa una, payment system, payment gateway, pornography mark naka-drive sa technology. They adapt the technology faster ang pornography. Sunod, ang online gambling. Kaya mga casinos, online casinos, etc. Kanang mga payment systems, online gambling na siya. O pornography. Karon gaming. So, the third driver now is gaming. In terms of graphics quality, processing power, gaming na sila. Sino kagnanay 8K nga gaming, 8K resolution, 8,000 resolution. So, Roku 4K streamers manigitagot sa Apple AirPlay. Grabe. The best waffle makers of 2020. Giga makabuhat kag waffles niya using mga internet controlled ba? Yan na bitawng home controlled. Actually, suway na mo na ha. Ano yung mga Wi-Fi controlled nga appliances. Mga silbi. Murag na the first one, ang pinaka-simple, mupalit ka o ka ng outlet na adapter sa outlet na siya control via Wi-Fi. So, murag na yung Wi-Fi IP address ang imong outlet. So, makakontrol ang outlet mismo. And of course, on the higher end, na ay mga appliances na built-in Wi-Fi control. Mga refrigerator, washing machines, TV, of course, mga air fryers, mga microwave, rice cookers also. Eksperimento niya tana. Bitaw mga pagpalitan ng baratuhon nga. Wi-Fi controlled nga outlet ka ng outlet nga you can turn the outlet on and off. So imong appliance sige nag-on, i-plug lang nito. Ang control sa plug on and off ang kuan. Okay, sa technology sa makaigsunan ang FAA sa United States Federal Aviation Administration nag-certify sa world's largest jet engine for commercial use. It's a Boeing, it's a General Electric engine. Remember, Boeing is an airplane maker. So ang Boeing usually ang gamiton sa engine is GE, General Electric GE9X. It will power the new Boeing 777X. Okay. And, so hastag mga kuan makikisa face masks nanay designer face masks. Why do you want to catch attention to your mouth? Ancient underground lakes discovered on Mars. So Mars could be home to more liquid water than we originally thought. By the way, ang Mars red na siya, red planet. Nagtutang init na. This is very cold in Mars. Very cold in Mars. But it once used to have sa surface nila mga pictures gikan sa Curiosity rover. Nagpakita nga there was water flowing maybe millions, billions of years ago. Karon na nakita na there could be liquid water underground lakes. Og mao na tangaan na dito dinamita, bombahan na ito mga nuclear bomb para mabuto na siya. Ma-expose na ang water sa ilaw. Di ba? Mara mo din yung problema. Padadanda nito ni Armageddon. Isa yan na to. Ben Affleck. Facebook asked to curb election suppression by white supremacists. Kinsa ko ni best website builder for 2020? Squarespace? Wix? O unsa pa? Small business owner ka artist, photographer, etc. LA Comic Con 2020 is going ahead despite coronavirus. Other conventions will have to go virtual, pero kinesos ang LA Comic Convention 2020 live ko na. Right. Ano to yung mga messages. Okay, sa atong messages karon makaigsunan. Si Celso Noel Cabahog nasa atong YouTube ug si Jennifer Ilustrisimo Ricarte. Jenny Ricarte sa YouTube. Salamat sa inyong pag-subscribe sa YouTube. Subscribe sa YouTube, please. Yeah, tell your friends, no? Subscribe sa YouTube. Celso Cabahog, naminaw to ron. Si Dori Kai. O, so, si Mercy Alivio Librado Payusan, Janet, Mercy Alivio Dori, Jennifer Sparagosa, Celso Cabahog, Jennifer Ilustrisimo. Okay, so, kuha na siya. Okay, so, salamat yung pag-join sa Facebook, YouTube. Please join sa YouTube para madaghan sa datong subscribers sa YouTube. I know, nakasubscribe naman sa Facebook, pero tell your friends, narisad mo sa YouTube. Okay. Alright, so additional news na ito makaigsunan sa atong Sibya I.T, Sibya News. Kita sa itong finance manager sa Amazon, one of the biggest technology firms. Usa ka former finance manager sa Amazon.com ug duha sa iyang family members babae niya, ang mga manager, gi-charge kagahapon with insider trading by the Securities and Exchange Commission sa US, which accused the family of making $1.4 million of unlawful trading. Si Lakshya Bora, Indian kanapriduha, ngana, usa ka former senior manager sa Amazon's tax department, leaked confidential information about the company's financial performance ngadto sa iyang husband nga si Vicky Bora. The husband and his father then traded on the confidential information in 11 separate accounts managed by the family. Now, ang mga lawyer si Bora didn't respond to comments. The SEC said the trading took place in advance of Amazon's earnings announcements between January 2016 and July 2018. We allege that the Boras repeatedly and systematically use Amazon's confidential information for their own gain. Matut pa ni Erin Snyder, director sa SEC or SEC San Francisco office. Employees with access to confidential, potentially market-moving corporate information may not use that information to enrich themselves, their friends, and families. So, anitabo ani, when I worked as an investment banking analyst before, ang among company, which is an American company, based in Hong Kong, Asia office, the Asia office in Hong Kong, gitawag na to og maraba og freezing or blocking policy nga mo execute ka og trade. You cannot execute trades on products you're working on or companies you're working on. Kunya, kung execute sa kag trade, by the way, it will be executed 1 month later. 1 month later, 30 days later. So, di ka katagaan sa market. So, ang netabo, pagsuod na ko din sa Pilipinas, and I was part of the management committee of a company here in the Philippines, I actually introduced that proposal sa board sa mong company, which was accepted nga natay freezing or cooling off period, like mupalit ka sa stock in your company, for example, yun na to, Sibya TV stocks in the stock market, mupalit ka, but it will be executed 30 days later. So in other words, wala ka makahibaw o kung sa'yo may tabo sa price 30 days later, whether it goes up or down. So, ang possibility of insider trading is very low. Di mo makipagpalit price 30 days from now. It could be up, it could be down 50%, it could be up 50%, makibaw, maliwi nga. So, di ka ma-accuse of insider trading. Nga, you're trading on information, insider information, kamurang takasod may nakibaw. In this case. And what's going to implement, pero na may policy, and I introduced that policy. Okay, ang problema mo sa insider trading is management committee ka, you have access to information before they are released to the public. Yeah. Remember, publicly traded mo ka company. Publicly traded ka company. Stock exchange. So, when you execute it, 30 days later, makakibaw. So, di na ka ma-accuse of insider trading. Okay, well, you don't even know the price 30 days from now. And then, whatever it is information nga ma-release, at that time, layo na sa kanyang 30 days. Usually, when information, ma-release na siya within the end of the quarter, or mag-press release na sila. And so, it's one way of controlling insider trading. Dili ka allowed mo trade. Pero mga nagikinid, they're trading on other accounts nga managed by the family. So, sa US matrace na kung kanang vigilance sa United States respect kung sa United dagang mapriso des Pilipinas. Yes. Okay, sa nadunggan pa lang nako murag tanang trader insider trading trade. Ay nako. Murag insider trading in Philippines is the norm. That's what I heard. Microsoft 365 was hit with a significant outage late Monday, so early Tuesday na ko ganina, that affected users' access to multiple services including Outlook. By late evening, services appeared to be largely restored. Evening sa Monday, so Tuesday morning na today. That most users should be experiencing relief. Microsoft also said it was continuing to see significant improvement for affected services. Okay. For affected services. Earlier, ang Microsoft nag-indicate na affected services naka-appeal sa Outlook.com, Office.com, Power Platform, Dynamics 365, and Microsoft Teams, including Teams Live Events. Na, muna may tabo. Magitabo na sa Restream, magitabo na sa Zoom, di taga-broadcast. According to Down Detector o sa ka-website nga nag-track og internet outages, users reported issues with logging in, server connection, and Outlook. The downtime began at about 5 p.m. Eastern Time for Office 365 sa Monday, 5 p.m. So, paano na to 5 a.m. ganina sa kadlaw. Microsoft initially attributed the outage to a recent change to the platform, but later may indicate sila it was not observing an increase in successful connections after rolling back a recent change. We're working to evaluate additional mitigation solutions while we investigate the root cause. Ano ilang? Okay, Microsoft na. Ang judge sa Apple Fortnite case slams Epic's tactics. Hints at the July trial date. Ba? Okay. It makes a federal judge na may nag-preside sa high-stakes antitrust lawsuit between Apple and Epic Games na may maker sa popular video game ng Fortnite repeatedly slammed Epic Games on Monday, Tuesday na to dire, on its legal theories and tactics in the company's case against the iOS App Store by Apple, a court battle that could reshape the digital economy. Epic is seeking a temporary court order that would force Apple to unblock Fortnite from its iOS App Store. Ang Apple may remove sa Fortnite game in August sa dihang ang Epic pushed a new software update to the app that allowed players to circumvent Apple's proprietary in-app payment system, a move that is contractually prohibited between Apple and its developers. The case is considered a potentially landmark suit, one that tests the frontiers of antitrust law. Matod pa ni Judge Yvonne Gonzalez Rogers of the United States District Court for the Northern District of California. She did not give a time frame for a decision on the injunction. She also said that given her schedule, her case is not likely to go to trial until July 2021. Suscribiya, no? Pilimbayran ni mo na. Legal costs. And she added she would prefer the case to be tried before a jury. Monday's arguments will not determine the final outcome of the lawsuits, only whether the judge grants EPIC's request for a preliminary injunction. But the court clash, which was live streamed on Zoom, offered a preview of what a jury could hear next summer, as well as a peek into the judge's early views in the case. Epic Games declined to comment. Apple declined to comment. Judge Gonzalez looked skeptically at many of Epic's claims, explicitly telling the company several times in the hearing she was not persuaded by its arguments or its strategy. Epic knew that it was breaching its contract with Apple when it published the update, but did it anyway. Matod pa sa judge, accusing the company of dishonesty. Apple had justified its App Store policies partly as a way to protect consumers from security risks and malicious software. Ang Epic may counter nga it is a credible business that has been on the iOS App Store for so many years and possesses no security threat. But Judge Rogers said that is not the issue. You did something. You lied about its omission by not being forthcoming. That's the security issue. That's the security issue. Matod pa ni Judge Rogers to the lawyers sa Epic. There are a lot of people in the public who consider you guys heroes for what you did, but it's still not honest. Kuya ng istorya asa. Yeah. Okay. Right. So, Sir JT na kaya di sa Forex. Mga Forex na to dire. Ang problema ng Forex mo ni Ron. Huwag kakibaw kung di-trade ba na imong kwarta wala. Why? There's no centralized foreign exchange market. So, inong kailang gi-trade na to, atong kwarta na alkansi. Tagaan na kag-print out sa papel. Yasam ng print out, it could be fake ang print out. The transactions could be fake. Inong ka nahurot imong kwarta. Pero actually, na-res bulsa. So, di ka kibaw na. So, that's the big problem there. Okay, so balik ta sa Epic mga kaigsunan. Matod pa sa Epic. Matod pa sa judge. I'm not particularly persuaded, she said, of the in-app payment mechanism. I just don't see this as a separate and distinct product. Walled gardens have existed for decades. Nintendo has had a walled garden. Sony has had a walled garden. Microsoft has had a walled garden. What Apple's doing is not much different. It's hard to ignore the economics of the industry, which is what you're asking me to do. For its part, Apple alleged that Epic CEO Tim Sweeney is attempting to lead a developer revolt that cuts at the heart of Apple's business model. Mr. Sweeney is trying to be the Pied Piper of other developers. Matod pa sa lawyer sa Apple, he said Epic wants others to cheat, breach their agreement, and sneak in software to bypass the app review. A finding in Epic's favor would be a green light to other companies, and that would be very dangerous matud pa sa lawyer sa Apple, Kuya Awa. In the meantime, ang usa ka judge makaigsunan ning rule nga ang TikTok can avoid a ban in the US or now. TikTok dili siya ma-kick out or ma-kick off sa US app stores, at least not yet. Usa ka federal judge on Sunday, can you imagine ang judge mo issue og mga injunctions on a Sunday? A federal judge on Sunday partially granted TikTok's request for a temporary injunction against a push by the Trump administration to ban the app in the United States. The ruling blocks a US government ban on downloads of the app mere hours before the policy was to take effect. The decision is a victory for TikTok after it challenged the ban as unconstitutional and a violation of the due process. So, combination niya sa legal o technical. The ban would have been an extraordinary action at the very time when the need for free, open, and accessible communication in America is at its zenith. Ahead of a presidential election, according to an attorney representing TikTok during an emergency hearing Sunday morning. Can you imagine Sunday? Government lawyers, meanwhile, argued at that hearing that TikTok's ownership by a Chinese firm represented an immediate danger to national security. Dili clear and present danger, immediate danger to national security. Bag-o na nga ko na argument. The app's parent company, ByteDance, is based in Beijing, and the Trump administration has claimed that the app's American user data risks winding up in the hands of the Chinese government. TikTok has denied this as a possibility and says it keeps US data stateside with a backup in Singapore. Ang judge nga si Carl Nichols, ang iyang opinion was issued under seal, so his exact reasoning for the order is not public. Di na pwede sa ato. Ang atong reasoning must be made public. But during the emergency hearing, Nichols indicated that the Trump administration's bond as structured could be considered a fairly significant deprivation of the country's due process rights. The Commerce Department announced earlier this month that TikTok downloads would be banned September 20, and further restrictions would go into effect November 12, making it illegal for internet backbone companies to carry TikTok's internet traffic. So, like po itong September 20, like itong November 12. Such companies help route traffic from web servers to home internet providers. Department of Commerce delayed its initial deadline last weekend after President Donald Trump gave his tentative blessing to an agreement that involved TikTok, ByteDance, Oracle, and Walmart. The deal, which has still not been finalized, was intended to address Trump's national security concerns. Trump's national security concerns. Nga naman tayo na marabag overbroad na kayo ng pag-ingon nga kuan. Security concerns nga na. TikTok is in a statement said it was pleased with the ruling. We will continue defending our rights for the benefit of our community and employees, the company said in a statement, adding that it continues to talk to the government about the proposal that Trump tentatively approved. Kuya, wala siya. Ay tabo sa world of politics mga kaigsunan, world of technology. Okay, on time mga kaigsunan, wait 10 minutes na lang. Okay, ang Google Meet na siya bagong noise cancellation feature and is rolling out on iOS and Android. Of course, kanang iOS muna operating system gigamit sa Apple phone, iPhone. Ang Android man gigamit sa mga Android or Google-based Android nga mga cellphones. Google is rolling out its impressive noise cancellation in Google Meet to Android and iOS, but unfortunately, it won't be available to everybody. You have to be a G Suite Enterprise or G Suite Enterprise for Education customer to take advantage of the handy feature. Google rolled out this for the first time for the web in June, a few months ago. The technology is designed to dampen background noise like keyboard or a barking dog while you are on a Google Meet call. If you want an idea of how effective it can be, check out this VentureBeat video sa panahon sa June makaigsunan of Serge LaChapelle usa ka G Suite Director of Product Management demonstrating the noise cancellation technology and quite a crinkling bag of snacks, a clicking pen, and clinking glass. And Google's G Suite updates a blog and says the noise cancellation feature is turned off by default on mobile, but you can turn it on while on a call by accessing the call's settings. Yan siya. Anyway, salamat sa kung pag-uban kanang pagmakaigsunan, nag-discuss ta sa mga technology updates, news updates. So hopefully maka-discuss tag mga hardware updates in the next few episodes na to. So this is the 19th episode, September 29, 2020 of Sibya I.T with Kuya JT. Salamat sa pag-uban ka nako. Thank you and good afternoon. See you tomorrow.